In this unit, we've already talked about speed, velocity, and acceleration. And in today's lesson, we're going to look at motion graphs. So specifically, we'll look at speed graphs and acceleration graphs and compare the difference between the two. A speed graph shows the distance covered over time. So along the y-axis, we have the distance, and on the x-axis, we have time, or a change in position from the starting point. So the starting point would be the origin, so 0, 0 on the graph. On speed graphs, speed can be calculated at any point, because remember the formula tells us speed equals distance over time. And both of those are given to us on a speed graph. For an acceleration graphs show the speed and how the speed is changing. So if the object is speeding up or slowing down. So first we'll take a look at constant speed. For a speed graph, again, we see distance on the y-axis, time on the x-axis. Another word you may see here instead of distance would be position, because again, this graph shows us the change in position from the starting point, and the starting point is here at 0. And you see this straight line going up. So the distance is changing at a constant rate, meaning it is traveling at a constant speed. Looking at this point on the line, we can calculate the speed by taking the distance divided by the time. So 10 divided by 10 gives us 1 meter per second. Again, looking at this next dot, the distance is about halfway, so it's at 5. Time, same thing. So we would have 5 divided by 5, which gives us a speed of 1 meter per second. If the line is more steep, that means the object is traveling faster. You can see it's covering that 10 meters, so that same distance as the first line, but it's taking less time. So the time here is about halfway. So to calculate the speed, we would have 10 divided by 5, which gives us 2 meters per second, compared to the first one, which was 1 meter per second. So again, that steeper line means it's going faster. If the line is not as steep, the object is traveling slower. If I look at this dot, the distance is only at about 5, took about 10 seconds, so 5 divided by 10 gives us 0.5 meters per second. So again, you can see if it is less steep, the object is traveling slower. Next, we'll take a look at constant speed for the acceleration graph. On the acceleration graph, we see along the y-axis, we now have speed, and the x-axis, we still have time. So this line is going to tell us how the speed is changing, whereas over here, that line told us how the distance was changing. Another word you may see on the y-axis would be velocity, because remember, velocity does tell us speed, but it includes a direction. For a constant speed, you can see this line that goes straight across. Since this y-axis tells us the speed, you can see that it is not changing. It is constant. Next, we'll take a look at acceleration or speeding up. In a speed graph, again, we have distance and time. We can see that it starts out covering a small amount of distance as the time is passing, but then the line gets more steep. Again, the steeper the line, the faster it's going, so this shows that the object is speeding up. In this acceleration graph, you can see the speed on the y-axis, and the line is going up, so it shows that the speed is increasing. deceleration or slowing down in the speed graph, we can see the object initially was covering a lot of distance in a short amount of time, but then the line got less steep, so it slowed down. Because again, remember, the less steep the line, the slower it is moving. Then looking at an acceleration graph, you can see the speed started at 10 and now it goes down to 0. Last, we'll take a look at when an object is at rest. In the speed graph, you see the straight line, which means that the distance is not changing. The distance is staying the same. So the object is not moving, it is at rest. So thinking back to our forces unit, when an object is at rest, remember those are balanced forces acting on it. Looking at the acceleration graph, the speed would have to be down here at 0 for it to be at rest. There can't be any speed at all. So that straight line has to be on the bottom. We'll apply these notes in your guided practice today, and then you will use your notes for your practice in Canvas.